All right, Katie, will you tell me a little bit about Girls Build, just in a couple sentences?
Yeah, Girls Build is a program for 8 to 18-year-olds. And it's we're starting out, we're just starting obviously, so we're starting out with just summer camps. And they're building camps for girls, so girls can come out and learn how to hammer and nail and try their hand at things that they don't normally get to do in their everyday lives.
Cool. What inspired this?
A lot of things inspired this. I used to work for another nonprofit that did similar summer camps, and they cut that program. And when they cut that program, a lot of people came to me and said, we have to keep this program going. We have to have these summer camps for girls because it's so important and it's so life-changing for all these girls. And we're serving 40 girls per week. That's a lot of girls per summer. They get to try their hand at these things. And so I said, that sounds like a great idea. And so I got together a few great supportive women, and we're trying to make it happen.
That's awesome. So what's the issue? What's the underlying issue at hand that you're addressing?
Oh, wow. The underlying issue to address here is twofold. So one would be just the idea that girls don't necessarily get the exposure that boys do to try their hand at these things. So they're less likely to, if something breaks, they're less likely to open it up and just try to fix it. They are less likely to try to build a shelf in their bedroom. They're less likely to fix their car when they turn 16. All those things. And there's the empowerment factor, and then there's also the money-saving factor, right? If you teach girls how to do that, then as they get older, then they can fix their things and they can save money, which helps even out the wage difference that men and women make.
Totally. Yeah.
Additionally, when you interest girls in these things at a young age, then as they get older, as they go through high school and they're deciding what career to get into, they for girls who aren't going to go to college, right now their main option is minimum wage jobs. Whereas for boys, well, for anyone, but boys mostly take advantage of it, they can go into the trades. And those are living wage careers. Those are jobs that pay healthcare and retirement, and they pay between $25 and $40 an hour. And those are living wages. And so when you give girls the option when they're young, then when they're in high school and when they're deciding these things, then they might choose that career, and it changes the course of their lives. And so those are the main two things.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So was there like an aha moment when you're like, a girls camp, a summer camp, this is what's going to help?
At the nonprofit that I worked for, when I got hired there, I basically just got hired to put on these summer camps, so I didn't even consider it. And it's something that I've taken for granted. This ability. My mom was a single mom, and so when something would break, with 3 girls, she would say, "You guys have to fix this, because I can't, and we can't afford it. So it's either going to stay broken, and you're either going to fix it or keep it broken. We come out ahead most of the time." And so as I started to talk to other women, I realized that they didn't necessarily have that. And so that's kind of the inspiration, the reasoning behind it. But no, I just got hired to do it, and so I did it, and I just kind of took it for granted that this would be something that we would offer to girls. I didn't ever question that we wouldn't do this, or I never came up with the idea. It was just something that was like, of course we're doing this.
Yeah, this is what we're doing.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
So is your camp going to be a little different than the previous one? And in what ways?
Yeah, so it'll be a little different. So through the other nonprofit, which was a fantastic nonprofit, it's mostly focused on the building trades. And so we're able to not step away from that, but in addition to that, we can add a few more things, like I was talking about with fixing things. So we're going to have a fix-it station. So give them small appliances, and they have to, they have an hour and a half to take it apart and try to find out what's broken, and then put it back together, just to help them get into that. We're going to bring out a big rig and have them be able to basically crawl over it and open up the hood and see what's inside. And
is it big rig? Is that a fire truck?
Well, no, just like a commercial, like a semi truck. Just the cab. Basically just and so they can open up the engine and see what's inside, go in the cab itself and see this is what, things like that, which was the idea of one of the women who are helping put this together. When she got her CDL, she was really excited about that part of it. Wow, there's all this stuff that I never knew. So things like that we're just going to add on to it. But essentially just letting girls explore the building trades.
So a
and
lot of
those
practical
things.
things.
A lot of practical things, but
Cool.
also really fun. Like we play a lot of games when we're doing this, and you know, we even do math, and we do a math relay race, and the girls love it. And we're always like, do they know that they're learning math right now? You know, and they're like, let's do the math. You know, I don't remember. You know, it's just like they get so excited about that part of it, and they're grabbing blocks and learning fractions and wanting to do that. So that part is
amazing.
pretty cool. Yeah.
So tell me about, you have how many instructors?
Depending upon the number of girls, so it's a 1-to-5 ratio. So if we have 40 girls, we would have 8 instructors.
Got it.
Yeah, and so for the most part, we have instructors who have done this before in the previous summer camps and are excited to keep doing it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Are they all women? All the
They're
instructors?
all women. Yeah,
Very
we
cool.
want to make sure that the girls. There are some men that come out because men are great supporters of this as well, and we don't want to not let them come out. So a lot of them, all the instructors are women. A lot of the visitors are women, but some of the visitors, like guest instructors, are men. So maybe the roofers come out and they teach torch down or something like that. That might be a man and a woman or things like that. So it just depends. We don't, but we want the girls to see women doing this,
Right.
and lots of different women, so they can say like, oh, she looks like me, or she has the same background
Right.
as me, or you know, she's
Yep.
from the same area as me, and I could do that too.
Right. When
She's
I
a
grow up, I'm
plumber.
gonna look like that,
I
and
could
I
be
can
a
do
plumber.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly, exactly.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we think so.
So right now, what kind of like expertise or advice or what resources do you need from your community? Like, what are you really looking for?
So many things. I've actually been getting that support too, which is really great. But like I'm writing a grant right now.
Okay.
And I desperately need help writing a grant. I've never written a grant before.
Got it.
I'm setting up a website. I don't know how to set up a website, you know.
Right.
Placing ads. You know, a friend is trading me on graphic design work.
Very cool.
But that's also getting. I owe her a lot of carpentry skills in trade right now. So things like that. Just all those basics, you know, the things that I know how to do are schedule and call people and get them to come out. But it's all the businessy things, you know, registering my name, applying for the nonprofit status, all those things those are the things that are
Got it.
harder that I really need community support with. So.
Are you looking to grow the camp like beyond 40 girls?
So it's 40 girls per week, and right now I'm applying for a grant. I'm from Southern Oregon, and growing up down there, you don't have as many opportunities as girls do up here in Portland. I went to 2 summer camps my whole childhood. One was in my town, and one was here.
Okay.
So, you know, we drove 4 hours up here to come to summer camp, and that's what a lot of the girls do. They're just used to that. So our hope is, if we don't get this big grant that we're applying for, that we would just do Portland. But our hope is that if we get the big grant, that we'd actually be able to do 80 girls in Portland and 80 girls in Southern Oregon.
Cool.
Yeah.
Really expand it.
Yes. Yeah.
Awesome. So Hatch Soup could possibly help you.
Absolutely. You know, it's funny
expand.
the things that that amount of money, even though it seems like such a I remember reading the application like saying like, in order to apply, $500 to $1,500 has to make a huge difference.
Right.
And it would. You know, like even my website was $250.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm putting all of that on my credit card, hoping that I don't have that much. I mean, I have $200, but I don't have, you know, $2,000
Right.
to just give to this. And so I think that's the tricky part when you're starting out, is you don't have those start funds, and you need a website to apply for your business name. You
Right.
need an email to all those things. I need a website to start registering girls to fund the camp. You know, all those things.
Got it. Yep.
I need
That's
a
seed
graphic
money.
designer to design the logo, to put in the ad, to get the girls to come to camp. You know, all those things.
Yeah.
And so you're putting that money out, and you're hoping that you can actually get it back. So out of your own pocket. So yeah, $1,500, $500, $1,000 would make a huge difference. Yeah,
Awesome.
Absolutely.
And just a broad question, why should we care about Girls Build? Like, why does it matter?
Everyone should care about Girls Build. Everyone should care about girls building, for sure. You should care about Girls Build because I feel like I've already hammered this home, but girls deserve this opportunity.
Yeah.
And additionally, so this summer camp, it's a it's a paying camp, so girls will pay to come. But a third of the girls will not pay to come. They'll get full scholarships.
That's awesome.
And so giving all girls the opportunity to do this and knowing that it can change the course of their lives. You know, you look at the bigger picture part of it where, yes, it's a fun week of camp for girls, that's great. But if you just like watch down the road as those girls grow up, as they come back year after year, as they learn one skill together, and maybe they choose that career instead of working at Burger King or McDonald's or wherever it may be, you know, and I know adult women who are working at those jobs, you know. And so instead of working those jobs and struggling to make ends meet, they are working amazing jobs that pay really well, and they have health care. Like, it's such a
Right.
big impact
It's a big
on
difference.
the world. Yeah, and so that's the very long, short answer.